into Pudge, so that's less palatable. I was thinking like it kind of owns Timbersaw. It's sort of weird because it goes both ways because you lose your strength, but oftentimes you can just snipe wherever he's going with Timber Chain and pull him back, and then suddenly you're not survivable anymore. Could be the Kunkka that's banned first phase.
I'm curious what this Alliance hero, what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you can see newbie are protecting the possibility of just a Centaur support, right? Because they just banned the Lone Druid. Because you're not going to ban some position 5, right? You're not going to ban like a Bane or something. So it is going to be a Snake King Legion.
Press the attack for Alk.
Yeah, that's a good call too. For the Morphling, right?
And pretty okay for contesting, I think. Contesting the Morph's farm.
It's scary because it keeps them on high HP because you can't sit in the wave at like 500 HP, and you just suddenly get overwhelming odds into Fade Bolt and die.
What do they need now? Wouldn't mind like maybe even a Lion. Like one of those Hex heroes, and I like the burst more from the Lion. Although then you feel like super useless if you fall behind in lane. You could go Oracle, maybe?
Yeah, this must be some Insania Centaur or Insania Dark Willow or something. Yeah, and then Quick for Tiny. Oh, well, yeah, probably Quick for Tiny, right?
Insania Centaur.
So we had a couple teams run this as 5 before. It's not the first time. But it has some benefits. You have to get to 6. That's the only thing. But it does provide tower pressure, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right? It has a global save. So it's got its uses.
There's the chat wheels. Who's doing it though? It's Insania. All right, get the team back on track. Here we go.
He's rallying the squad. That's what's happening right now.
Well, game number 2, Alliance versus Newbie. Last one was definitely a tough one to watch for Alliance fans out there. But looking to pull it back in game number 2, and this is probably one of the squads that I would say is, as I mentioned earlier, best capable of pulling themselves up back after a loss.
I love me some CC&C Leshrac. This will hopefully not look like a gyro game for him, unless you're an Alliance fan. Then you're hoping it does look like that gyro game until the very end, of course. But it was rough going. Not a lot of farm on the map, but Leshrac much better at going out for kills and helping to push the tempo of the game, create more map space for the Alchemist, and then they're going to have this Legion Commander trying to like play off map and create kill threat on the side lanes.
Well, you were mentioning too. We went off camera and we were talking about it as we were heading over to the lounge for a moment. But you were saying that you felt like the mega creeps in that game actually helped Newbie to be able to pull it back.
Kind of,
which was the crazy part.
Yeah, that was a weird one. It was like they actually were able to kill them because the gyro didn't have a job, and then because the megas are constantly pushing in and it's never pushing out, he never had to leave the base. I mean, I do think Alliance probably needed to like do some sort of a smoke play and try and kill this gyrocopter when he was just constantly killing waves by himself.
Right.
But that's very hard to do when you go to the complete opposite side of the map.
It gave him a safe place to farm, basically.
It did. And it's so easy for a gyrocopter. It's not really a concern for him. But it was so necessary, too, because they had to sell the Battle Fury for the Rapier. So a lot of things had to click for Newbie to win that first game. And Alliance are just going to say, listen, guys, we almost won that one. I know it's frustrating, but we can do this. You know, you talk all that trash. Like, guys, we're so much better than them. We made some mistakes. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're taking this game.
You are greeting the competition, as well as his team, maybe. And Mickey is going to be down here bottom on the Morph. It looks like they're going to try and send Snake King with MSS and the Lesh to secure some early bounty runes, and then probably, like you said, MSS staying down here to threaten that Morph lane.
Yeah, but I'm really curious about the lane shenanigans. Not sure what the plans are going to be here.
QuickFit doesn't have the new item.
How dare he?
But the thing is,
he likes the OG.
I think some people were talking about it also. Wait, does he not have the levels?
He's level 200.
He doesn't have the levels?
QuickFit, wow. QuickFit hates esports. That's all I see. I think Pilot I was trying to do something, but then he actually got a prediction right or something because he's level 323.
Oh, okay.
That's a missed opportunity right there. You are level 25. This guy's hardcore.
Yeah.
This guy's just playing some Dota.
Well, movement over to try and secure the rune. Taiga gonna see if he can get it, but Pilot with the bottom blocks means it's going to be 2 apiece. Get the laughs going. That's the way to do it.
And that's part of this whole strat here.
Yeah.
So a centaur in the pure, like, trying to help my laner out. Be interesting. I think Taiga probably has to get a couple kills up top here, and then he might be looking to rotate, where they do this similar thing with Boxy and leave him alone. Mind you, the Saiyan King, I don't know, he's supposed to be more survivable, but that Anti-Mage absolutely bopped him. Shouldn't be as bad of a matchup this time with the Alchemist versus the Timbersaw. It's lots of physical damage from the Alchemist, and Boxy all about the armor life.
Yeah, well, and honestly, like, Yuar is going to have a tough time just even last hitting, and they're going to go in, find the root, get the kill.
Nice.
Like, 2 rounds of Whirling Death is all it takes.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And it's like such a low mana spell, too. Yeah, Yuar is going to have a very tough time in this lane, and luckily at least he'll have Pylai die around. Looks like he's going to try and secure himself a creep. Picks up the little ghost lady. Actually, don't know if it's a lady, it just says ghost, and Taiga might just be able to find it.
I still have to wonder, though, about Pi. Oh, my God, Pi's crazy. Got that salve. You need that extra value.
Dude, the ghost. Look at this ghost. Dude, he's moving.
I know. There's not a lot of creeps that can put this much. Oh, okay. Good call. Good call.
Yeah. He would have just gotten run down.
But Mickey's last hit should be pretty difficult, especially once the level starts stacking up here. So I think he started with the press of the attack, doesn't have the odds out yet, but once the odds are there, the Centaur won't be able to do a whole lot.
Yeah. Trading hits, building up the retaliate stacks, then the walk away. Without the Dark Willow nearby, though, this is not as easy of a kill for Boxy.
Yeah, and Taiga's in the mid lane now trying to tilt things in favor of Koikfa. You have extremely long range on the Bramble, and then they're going to try and use the Bramble. Okay, they're starting with that instead for the tossback.
Nice. Bramble's laid down. CNC, though, able to dodge through it. Well played. Fancy footwork from the Lesh.
I think they needed to... he should have pre-laid the Bramble, right, and then stood on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, one thing also about this rotation is Boxy needs to dominate this lane because they're not getting kills on Yuar anymore. If Yuar is still able to get some amount of last hits, this lane is kind of a failure if that happens. So they're going to get the toss back onto CNC again. This time, pulling them forward. They're going to have the root.
So much damage.
The walk through, throw the tree, get the kill. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, very good stuff here from Alliance. Taiga he loves this Dark Willow. He's so good at it.
Yeah, Hero's quite strong. But yeah, we can see already having a much rougher time of it, Yuar. And if he's not careful, might just get brought down again as Taiga is rotated up top.
I think he had like 2 kills already at this point.
Yeah.
Last game. Yeah, he does not have many options here versus this Timber. So this is why I wondered about lane shenanigans. Like, are there going to be swap ups here? Because at the moment, it doesn't seem to be the case. And that means Snake King needs to get into this overwhelming odds. But it won't be until at least level 4 that he's got 2 points in it. And he's not even opting for that. He's just going for the pure trades over and over. Probably because there's not a lot of point like trying to harass out a Morphling like that with like spell spam. Because you know he's just going to regen through.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very different matchup there. And Pile Die up top. They're going to send Taiga through into the woods. Yuar is just jungling now at level 3 and going to head over the Cursed Crown. Is he dead, actually?
I don't think... No, he's out of mana.
Okay. Yeah, if he had the Brambles, maybe they could have done something, but no such luck. And going to be chased off to the other side of the jungle. Meanwhile, CNC maybe going to be caught again. Looks like he's okay. So far, so good for Snake King, but he and the Lesh are the main ones having a good time.
Well, last time, Snake King had to abandon his lane at level 3. Now, you've got your Alchemist abandoning lane level 3. Now, they managed to win that game, but of course, it's still not an optimal situation here. And we all know the Alchemist is quite the hero. He's been having a hell of a tournament, but even he has a hard time recovering when his start is this poor.
It's true.
And now as Boxy, you're like, okay, I got a Timbersaw game. Like, I'm just getting behind this tower, I'm clearing these waves, I'm forcing down tier 1s, and then I'm going to the other lanes, and I'm doing the exact same thing. He needs to just get super aggro, super farmed, and start playing with Taiga, and he can take over and win this game.
It's interesting, though, because he's opting right now to head over and stack up the camp, get the bounty runes. Obviously, it's really important to do that. Take it away from the Alk.
They're fighting bottom?
Dude, 4 bounty runes going all in.
Yeah, CCC made the rotations instead going down the bottom, but I mean that's what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's worth it. To die is insane if you get 4 bounties.
So no benefit at all for UR right here, who is going to be chased back all the way to his tier 2. Boxy not giving up. I think UR is just dead.
Yep. And now he's got Chakram. Now you can't come back. You're out. Chakram is GG of that lane. Like he goes back, gets Arcanes, has Chakram.
Yeah.
Like, he pretty much has to go mid.
This could be okay. Koikva trying to look for a toss back. CCNC playing it really close though, and so they won't get anything done there. A nice little stack up of the hard camp. And Pylite Edge is trying to hold on to this tower if at all possible.
Meanwhile, Mickey is still just kind of fine. He's 22-7. Of course, he's getting beat here by the Legion, especially because he's the worst support in the lane. But now they're making that rotation. And there's Mickey's first kill. Yep.
Gets the finish. Mickey picking it up. All things going well right now for Alliance.
They're on right now. You got Taiga in the mid lane while that's happening. He's getting a couple last hits. Up top, someone dares come near Boxy with Chakram. So you may die.
I have seen this so many times. Pi, though, does have the Wildling Ripper there, which is going to keep the tower alive a little bit longer. CCNC is going to make the rotation instead. And I don't know if Boxy spotted him yet.
I don't think so.
Chase forward, looking for the catch. They don't hit on the split earth, though. And now with not enough mana, CCNC not able to get that kill.
Even with the split earth, I don't know if he gets that. That's a pretty tough one to get. No. And now Taiga runs into him. Probably just going to be some harass damage here. I mean, that's a 600 HP less track, but he's putting the hurt on him.
Yeah.
He's saying, yeah. Oh, don't give away that ward, though, Taiga. Nice, nice. Oh, yo, the toss forward.
Oh. In trouble. CCNC trying to run away. They hit the shrine. Oh, he's got that regen.
Oh, and the miss uphill.
Oh, man. That was really close. Getting a bonus regen.
Harvey's got another toss here. You got to be careful on that double back.
Yeah.
But Boxy's gone. And is also a little low on mana.
So this is the thing that I want to know. How insane of a hero is Auk?
Because I don't think he's this insane. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a very hard game.
I agree, but I feel like it's one of those things where
I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit this win plus thing, and it's going to be like 78%. Okay, 67. That's a little lower than I thought. But I think this game is super hard. And now Boxy, he's got the Timber Chain now.
Chase
hey, what
forward.
up?
Gets the kill. Boxy all over it.
Excuse me, did you miss the sign? This is the Boxy lane. No noobs permitted. Bunch of newbies over there.
That's right. Mr. Newfoundland man.
Some newbies.
But yeah, I agree that this game looks incredibly difficult for newbee to get back online in any way. But I mean,
how do you do it?
Isn't that the Timbersaw classic though? That like you get crazy far ahead.
Is he calling UR? Oh, I thought I saw him call somebody. Oh, all right, he called CCC. I thought this was a stack for UR. You look at Pylite Die, he's been putting these camps together.
Yeah.
This is what they need if they're going to do it.
I feel like I've seen this so many times with Timbersaws, though, where you get like a crazy start like this. Maybe you start building into like an early Bloodstone. You feel like you're invulnerable, and then you just die once or twice.
Here's what he hasn't done. And this has been one of these questions that I still don't know the answer to since I ever started watching Dota. He didn't take the Tier 1 tower.
Right.
So, oh, well, are they going to get Taiga? I think he's quite dead. So, let's say you killed this Tier 1 tower. Because he could have taken this tower.
Yes.
He can sit behind this tower, and this tower will die. If you take that tower, then the creeps move to the Tier 2. And then rotations can come to the shrines, and you're almost vulnerable as the Timber, and you give somewhere for your enemies to farm. As long as this Tier 1 tower is up, however, no one can play here. This is like the Thunderdome. You got trees on both sides. There's no other place to rotate other than coming in directly under this tower. So it's kind of like, what do you even want here? I mean, you can see newbee are trying to save it. So they obviously want the value of the tower, but at the same time, this whole lane's been dead for almost 5 minutes now.
It's true.
Where no one's last hitting.
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing about Dota. The problem is, of course, if Boxy does take this tower, he's supposed to then rotate to the mid lane and take that tower. And that's the big question that...
well, and it looks like they're still going to be able to get him even behind the Tier 1 tower. So
right, that was nice.
That's the rotation we're talking about, and that's the Timbersaw problem, really. You feel like you're completely invulnerable, and then suddenly people rotate and you realize you're not.
Yeah, the level starts stacking up a little bit on the supports there. And he will have a problem when the Rubik hits 6-2, right?
Yeah.
And now he has it. So he can now actually put some good pure damage back into that Timber.
Still no spell stolen. newbee picking up 3 bounty runes. A nice little chunk of change for their alchemist, who's been left alone a longer and longer period of time. He's got a bracer, he's got phase boots, he's level 6, and he's got his eyes on a radiance.
Yeah, they're taking a couple camps down, right? Throwing some blocks in there, trying to reduce the efficiency, but gets it dewarded.
Yeah. Also get some gold off the sentry ward, because why not?
Yeah, Alk.
CNC moves in again, trying to get aggro with Boxy, already down somewhat low, but Chen moving in, and the relocate, they bring him in. Snaking, able to make it happen, and they're going to try and kill off Boxy. Isn't it enough? Yes, it is, but they do lose the Chen.
Whew, man, Timbersaw is so wrecked by Leshrac. There's so few heroes that have that much magic damage this early in the game, just trying to work through. I mean, I guess the Edict even is the physical damage too that you're working with at the same time. But you can see he did 2,204 damage, pulsing through that. I mean, you see the Chen and the Legion. It's just like, yeah, nothing.
Well, he also had a couple of the turn on and turns off for Pulse Nova. So when you do that, that initial damage is a little bit more. Yeah,
exactly. So that's one thing that you guys will see, especially with CCNC, is like the only times he doesn't toggle it is when he doesn't have enough mana. He's had that discussion before. Yeah. Like that's one of the reasons why you want, as much as you like the arcane boots, you need them so that you can toggle.
Yeah.
And burst as fast as possible.
Well, right now 2,000 gold lead still there for Alliance. And whenever you're ahead with a Alchemist on the enemy team, it's where you want to be, but it has been a lot of time left alone. What is it that Mickey is going to be going for in this game after he takes down the tier 1 tower? Just straight Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, geez, I thought you were talking about Quick for a second. My brain just went like, what? Yeah, I don't think it's Ags this game either, right? Anything on his team that's... Oh, right, the Willow. Yeah, he's going Lincoln's Ags.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't seen that one before, you basically just copy into your Willow, and you have the Shadow Realm, and you just get to like start launching a bunch of right clicks. He also has the Timber too, so there's gonna be situations where that's gonna be beneficial as well. And I guess they can do the Tiny too, eh? Oh, okay, this is interesting. But the Tiny's probably gonna go for that Blink Echo Saber crit build.
I actually really like what you say about the Timber, like just double whirling death. That sounds really nice.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't get the Chakram ability. That would be really nice.
That would be the dream.
Yeah.
Stampede used. Not sure what that was all about there. I didn't see anybody getting gone on, really. But nonetheless, Stampede is down now. And newbee maybe looking for another gank. They could go for another one of these uses of Divine Favor, pull in a teammate, and then afterwards just blow him up, the Leshrac. It's sort of the ghetto Blink Dagger, if you will.
They've done such a good job of holding these tier 1 towers, though. Like, especially this top one, because that's one that's protecting the Alchemist. Like, we talked again, I think this tower is actually so surprisingly pivotal in this game, because a lot of times you lose this tower, and it's like, okay, well, whatever. It's, you know, it's not the worst, it's not the best, but keeping this up is giving so much freedom for UR. And it kind of shows, like, why now Alliance is starting to throw a lot of heroes, right?
Yeah.
But they have the levels now in newbee to actually defend.
They don't have the Stampede either. Wraparound coming.
They're not bringing the Legion yet.
They're thinking about it, though.
And the Rubik's coming too, but they might be too
showing
late.
Up, they TP'ing in. They've got 2 heroes back here behind the tower. MSS looking for the lift up. They have Boxy there. Now the stomp, follow up. No, they actually pulled it the wrong direction. CCNC in a lot of trouble. Hand of God trying to keep him alive. And CCNC's doing so much damage. Look at this guy go. The regen coming in. And now the turnaround with the duel. Terrorize is there, but they're still doing enough damage to take the win.
Oh, he's still got Avalanche too. MSS already hit a 3-man Avalanche. Now he's got another one here for Quakefa.
Chasing in, avalanching the tiny Quakefa off to the side. Snaking has him in his sights.
He stops to aggro the wave.
And gets the punch back, toss away. It's not looking like it's going to be enough as Quakefa 2 will fall. Alliance lose 3.
Oh, man. Alliance, they get baited back, right? That's basically what they're trying to do. Try and pull them in, cake them off the tower. They could have finished that tower right there for Alliance. And now you're going to see 2 heroes, I think, planted up here from newbee to spam out these waves. And Alliance are right back at it. They're just coming again. There's no cooldowns here on this Timbersaw. They're saying, guys, this tower needs to die. Maybe they should have taken it earlier, because I think they had the opportunity before these supports could rotate.
They have Divine Favor again to pull somebody in if they want. as well as dual backup for Snay.
MSS has the Avalanche for a long time. Koikva, he's coming in for the freebie, though, on the 15-minute mark. He wants MSS.
Boxy moving in. CCNC gets it. Turnaround duel with the Stampede going. CCNC finds the stun. Again, the regen coming through, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive? No. You are thinking about throwing the stun, but just needs to back out for the moment. Snake King has to press the attack in one, but Tagya able to get the kill while also taking down MSS.
Yeah, that was down to the bottom lane. Basically, it was a 1v1 of Koikva and MSS, where MSS was on the bottom rune, and Koikva blinked in, got him with all the damage, and then chased him to the next rune. And although MSS got it, he then killed him right after. Raindrops weren't able to save MSS, and now he's out of them.
And this is why we've been seeing so many Timber Saws go for the hood at this point in time. Like, some will be going for the Bloodstone early, but oftentimes you just end up losing all the charges immediately afterwards.
I hope he buys the Shivas. I hate Bloodstone. I'm at Bloodstone. I deny the Bloodstone. You know, I feel like Timber wants almost to die. Not wants to die, but you have to play so on the edge.
Right.
That the Bloodstone can just be such a game ruiner sometimes if you die a couple times in a row.
That's true.
Whereas you go for these Shivas and stuff, or these Yule Scepters, and at the very least, you're not afraid to die in those like really clutch situations. But, you know, high risk, high reward, that kind of stuff.
Alk has finished off his Radiance, and a smoke up coming from newbee,
right,
not scouted.
It's kind of frightening. It's got the 6th. I mean, I've seen some bad Alk games, but that was a really bad. I mean, he terrorbladed it. You know, he left the lane at level 3.
It was insane. And UR has not stopped hitting these jungle creeps.
What a life. Just on the TI stage, just cracking some jungle skulls.
Looks like Highlight Die is in some trouble. Eats a root, the lift up there. Now the push back. Stun there onto one. Pi still trying to run.
Hit him with his own centaur.
Like it's not going to be enough. So they get the kill onto the chin. Oh, Rubik stole the Whirling Death. Oh, it's kind of good. Early on this game, he was able to take the morph form as well. So right now...
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. That's a great one. I actually didn't notice that last game. He probably did. Oh, that used to be like my favorite thing when I was playing Rubik versus Morphling, except for when you accidentally hit Agi.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, Mickey's going back for the E-Blade again.
Oh, really?
A little surprised by that.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of morphs. I think Arteezy in their game did it, right? Where they had the Lincolns and the Dark Willow. Or, sorry, the Lincolns and the Aghanims for the Dark Willow.
Morphling does have his Ags right now, but it hasn't been brought out on the Courier.
You mean his Lincolns?
Yes. We're talking about Ags. No, he's not going to get it.
He doesn't have a Lincolns and an Ags on the Courier?
Doesn't have it this time
17
yet.
minutes? This guy's terrible.
Unbelievable. Koikva hiding. I heard something.
Yeah, pop the concoction, pop the stampede. I'm out of there, dude. So a solo save on himself, but that's fine.
Just going to go
Oh,
straight
okay.
BKB.
Also going in the bottom lane, they almost got CCNC helping with that stampede too. But it wasn't enough damage. He's able to TP back to I think, no, not even the shrine. Just back to the... Or he went to the shrine, but there wasn't one there, is what I mean.
Yule Scepter picked up there. And then
that is a problem for Boxy.
Yeah.
And he's clicking through the items. Oh no, all Boxy, you're doing it. He just went to Shiva's, and then he clicked Heart, and now he has clicked the other item, the Bloodstone. Dun dun.
I mean, again, it seems like it should be such a great fit for Timber, but you're naturally...
I mean, it is. It is a great fit for Timber, and I get it. I just can't. It pains me when I see them die 3 times, and suddenly it feels like they just bought an item that's worth 2k gold instead.
That's true. The flip side of that is that we're not seeing any Spirit Vessel coming up for newbee right now.
That is a excellent point.
And
it's
Bloodstone
hard
is
to
nice.
build it in this game too.
Bloodstone is really nice as well in that regard of being able to heal yourself up with the active ability. Spirit Vessel can just like own that. The Snaking gonna hold on to that mid lane. Noir continues to farm away. Alliance not really getting the pressure on. You can see these pings on the tower. They want to take this tier 1 tower down, but it's kind of just been continually denied to them.
Now top here, Mickey also just kind of caught a little bit awkwardly in the tree line. Doesn't have any allies around him. Wants to get this next wave, but he could be hitting neutrals at the same time right now. So this doesn't feel that great if you're the morph. Just like wave forming through trees.
Well, Boxy is finally going to say, enough with it. I'm going to walk in.
Well, where's CC&C? He's up top, but he needs that Yule's play, but he's trying to stick around for the bounty rune up there.
Yeah. Trying to trade off. Use the glyph. Pi, keeping the pressure on. They still haven't come to address Boxy yet, as they're going to instead secure all the bounty runes. Quakefoot gets the one.
Yeah, more important. Well, not more important. You still have to keep that tier 1 mid, but MSS does have the Timber Chain lift initiation here, but he really needs that Yule's from CC&C if they want to save this.
Yeah. Slow, steady rundown.
It has to be 100-0 though because they have the Stampede.
It's taken it's taken a very long time. The mana steal creep. Boxy goes in a little bit. They have the stomp available. Gonna miss onto that stomp. Chase forward for more though, and well, they're just gonna get it.
They grind it out. Alliance. Big tower take.
Surprised that newbee didn't want to go and contest that one as much.
Yeah, they were a little out of sorts from the bounty runes, but yeah, I would say that seems like a missed opportunity because they weren't really getting much else at the same time other than farm, right?
Maybe a chance here to go into Mickey. They're going to need some type of super solid initiation though. Yeah,
almost got him, but I mean, would not have been much after that. Okay, they brought in the Alchemist. He's got his fresh BKB, and he's gonna hit some creeps. It's a real shocker.
It's actually a really good waveform away. With them pulling and snaking, that could have been a kill. Yeah, and he's with them now. Man, that's the thing that's so scary about Chen, I guess, is just like the ability to recall in any of that hard initiation.
Yeah, they don't have Blink on him though.
Yeah.
So it's not too spooky yet. He's going for that help my Alchemist become the big boss here. The Lord of the White Spire, perhaps.
That's right.
Just trying to shill a little, you know.
Scrappy Warlock. Here. Scrappy Warlock. Scrappy's underrated, just gonna say it.
CC&C's leading the charge here. He's got that Yules. Where's that Timber Saw?
Oh, the catch. That's a good one. The follow-up is there, and this dude is dueled. Can they get the kill? Terrorize out.
Oh, the save.
A good amount of damage. Is it going to be enough, though? They have the follow-up stun there as well onto him, and that's going to be a kill with MSS stealing the Chakram away. Big plays from newbee.
Oh, man. Huge. I think that was Pi, right? Got him with the... I'm not sure what he got him with.
Maybe the hurl boulder or something like that.
Yeah, I saw one boulder, but this guy still has his, so I don't even know. But yeah, I thought Terrorize was certainly going to be enough damage. Try and save him.
Alchemist also got one stun out there.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it was.
Level 15, you are the slow and steady grind of this Alk farming away. Did this take the 50 damage talent instead of the 400 health? A little surprising this game.
Get some cash. Maybe he's building heart.
Yeah.
A lot of our Alk's been going for it with all the regen bonuses it offers.
Well, 22 minutes, 11-9, 1,000 gold lead. And now it looks like it's going to be newbee that want to put the pressure onto the tower next. Their Alk is getting close to hitting that timing. BKB, AC almost completed. Looks like Boxy is actually going to lose a couple creeps there.
Gotta say, I still love me some Leshrac. I think this hero's very good. It fits so well with this sort of style of trying to like hold your towers, also trying to create more space by taking towers. They haven't even taken that many this game, obviously. They've only taken the bottom one, but if they had a little bit of a better start, then you're able to put that pressure in. But even when you're on the back foot, at least the hero can still play, you know?
How do you feel about him with the Bloodstone?
I mean, I'm just going to hate on everybody. I mean, I get it. It's just, it's not a feel-good item to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I get it.
That's fair enough. War clears out the next round.
Oh, there we go. Boxy with the Lotus. Oh, there we go. Speaking of there, yeah, go.
Killed.
Got themselves that Blink Dagger on the Tiny. It's just a see ya, because that guy's still going to be very squishy.
Ooh, they need to be careful now, though. MSS 4 points up in this hoof stomp. Mickey going to get the pull back there. The Arcane Supremacy, long duration. Oh, and he had hoof stomp stolen.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh. But since the Rubik's dead now, he no longer has it. Interesting.
Yeah, there's some weird interactions there.
There was one for a while where it would just break the game, if I remember right.
Yeah, you actually, depending on what the Rubik had stolen, you would lose attribute shift.
Yeah.
So I better hope that's not still in.
That's a good point. Very, very good point. All right, snaking back here on the top side. ready to go in. If the battle starts up, the TP's moving into the shrine.
Nice.
Dual Scepter lift up, got their man caught. The double duel, can they turn it back around? It's a good amount of damage with the Terrorize again from Taiga, playing so well this game. And look at the combo that came out from the Morph, and they're just out.
Taiga is, I know they lost game 1, but Taiga might have been the best player. I guess both the hard carries were so good, but Taiga just, he had to do everything in that first game to try and save that Morphling, and he never missed a snowball on a call.
No.
Like, if snowball was available, he wasn't being caught out, no one was scouting him, he'd be hiding with the Blink Dagger, and now he's just got the perfect hero against these duels. Understands his role every single time, just keeps terrorizing them.
You don't think about it as a defensive hero. At some point, they're going to need BKBs on newbee, it feels like, to deal with this Dark Willow. It's been one of the big game changers so far.
I mean, someone's been calling this hero busted for months, but I don't know who it was. It's probably me, I guess.
Probably.
I think it's really good versus, like, it has a lot of heroes that just counters, too, with, like, Chrono and stuff, but anyway.
Try to get the switch through. CCNC in some trouble. And there is a nice combination out on to the Lesh. They're going to lose another. MSS is going down. Man, it was looking good for a little bit, but newbee are in over their heads right now, as Morphling says. And you are chased as well by Boxy. They won't manage to get that stun out onto anybody.
Great choice here from Boxy, though, to go for that that Lotus Orb. Makes it so there's no follow-up. Like, way back when that first initiation came from CCNC, absolutely necessary there to get that Lotus and completely save himself, because then that forced the double stuns coming out from newbee, and everything's out of time. And oh, okay.
Back away. Press the attack, keeping him alive. There is still a pretty nice high ground defense coming from newbee in this one, as we will see the stun come out. Still that 9-second BKB like you were talking about on UR, and it does feel like it's, again, all about him this game.
Yeah, already had a rough game to start with, but then he still felt pressured in going to the BKB before he could get things like the Manta or that Blink Dagger, so he doesn't have, I guess we don't really see the Manta that much anymore, but he only hit, that's his, like, Dispel option here, right?
Right. So how do you, how do you
really
kill
have
the
no
Morph?
Spear Vessel on either team?
Yeah,
Still?
no Spear Vessel.
That's interesting. I mean, I agree that Taiga probably, like, the Yules feels really good on Dark Willow, but I think Spear Vessel just seems busted this match.
Yeah.
I guess Alchemy BKB anyway, so good thing. Alright, so now Mickey's got the Aghanims, and now I feel like Alliance have got this one. I said it last time. I thought they had last game. But I think when that Aghanims comes out...
If they win, if newbee win, you know who to tweet at.
Yeah, I will take the blame. But I feel really good about their chances this one. I'm not trying to call it over here.
Right,
I feel like, to me, they have a really good chance of winning this game once they have that Aghanims out on the Morphling. Because newbee, they have to find these initiations with CCNC, and he's still kind of squishy.
Right. Speaking of squishy, you get this Chen taken out. So if that is the case, that this Alchemist, or not Alchemist, this Aghanim Scepter with the Morph playing together with Dark Willow is just so hard to deal with, what is it that newbee need to do to control Mickey? Like, what's the order of operations in these fights?
It's simple. We killed the Willow.
Okay, got it.
And you can't become the Willow if she's dead. It's genius. But no, he still has some other very good options there, too.
Mickey turns over to the side. Damage amp up. Yeah, that's a problem, ladies and gents. They eat him up for breakfast. And moving up onto the high ground, Alliance, after a very frustrating game number 1, are feeling it right now as they go high ground.
Give him the Shadow Realm again. Pew, 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 pew. It's really good once you have the... Oh, he actually took the... I thought he was going to take the CDR. I like the CDR with the Shadow Realm because it just makes it even shorter of a CDR, like a downtime.
Well, and they are going to take down the Tier 3 tower. Alliance going to continue to build up these stacks underneath the Tier 4 towers. You can see newbee, they have no intention of trying to take this fight at this point. They're going to cut the wave with UR here, try and pressure down that Tier 1 tower. But Alliance, are they going to back? Are they going to try and play it safe? Looks like they're not going to stick around as Tier 2 towers still stand on both of the side lanes. You know, I honestly wonder at that point, like, if it's even just worth it to make the call, like, let's go Tier 4s or something. Because it doesn't feel like newbee have any way of dealing with this hero.
Found here. Boxy doesn't get any sort of stun, though. No Yules or anything. Yeah, well, is it worth pressure Tier 4s? I don't think so. There's still Tier 2s on both sides. So it's not even like if you get 2 kills, you can then, like, rotate to a Tier 3 and start taking the second racks or something, right? Now, mind you, that top tower has 30 HP. So it shouldn't last too long.
But that's the thing, like, you could just run over and hit it one time with all
Yeah,
that map
but
control.
just once.
I know.
They'll get there. It's fine. It's
I-
not like killing that tower does anything, right?
It allows them to take the tier 3 top. Like, Timber could have just tanked the tower. I
Well,
guess
then there's still
what you're
creeps,
saying.
right?
I get what you're
Like-
saying.
Like, I don't think they would have been able to keep the mid lane at the same time because
Yeah.
you're not that far ahead.
Avalanche toss, jump through, kill off the Lesh. They are playing it safe, and Alliance taking advantage of the lead that they've built up as they find another kill.
Down bottom now, snaking. Taiga wants to set something up here. He's got the blink, he's got the Yules, he's pinging. He's like, yo, guys, this guy is free. Snaking is solar cresting that range creep. Look at him go.
Dude, they're making it happen.
The king.
Keep the pressure on, but Taiga. Ooh, Terrorize, waiting on it. They have pressed the attack afterwards if he can get it off in time, but the fear is there. Well played.
Okay, this guy is
That was
brain.
really
so
well done.
he terrorizes the tree line because if the Legion commander doesn't reappear, that means she's TPing and the terrorize is going to hit in time and cancel that.
Right.
If she does reappear, you just cancel the terrorize and then you get to keep holding it and chase her outside. And then if she tries to do anything else again, you just you terrorize. You can just use terrorize. That's really smart.
Hard. Throws out the stun. Yule Scepter lift up. Doesn't have the dispel except for BKB now, and Yuara is going to take that opportunity to just get himself out.
Yeah, interestingly, Quake was gone for the more old school tiny builds. I noticed earlier that he'd built the Chrysalis before the Aghanims, which is unusual these days. Usually you get the Ags first after the Echo Saber, and then you go back for the Chrysalis and the Daedalus. This was how people started doing it because they were like, okay, you need crit for the Aghanims to be good.
Right.
So I'm going to do that. But then everyone's like, wait, you're farming really fast the eggs. So they would farm the eggs first, and then you can get into like the crit, and then like your next item after because the Aghanim Scepter. Plus the Aghanim's it does still do a lot of damage even without crit. Plus it has that sick control of the Echo Saber.
CCNC Yule Scepter lift up, but he is going to be brought down most likely. Okay,
Head to
Hand of
Bloodstone.
God. Turn around,
Bloodstone
turn around.
and Hand of God.
Boxy, they're going in. They want to take this fight. The duel is there. Where's the Terrorize? They don't have it this time.
It's the double duel.
But Insania is also there. They find the kill onto CCNC. Now MSS also in some trouble. They're just running them down. Newbee are not prepared for the amount of damage that's being dealt out. You are trying to make anything happen for his team, but it is not going to be there. Godlike from Mickey.
Yeah.
And this is looking like it is a nigh impossibility taking this fight.
Just a handful of deaths between the two games at this point for Mickey. And yeah, this game, really, like they didn't have to push the high ground thing because they know that Newbie still has to leave the base.
Right.
And they're just shredding them every time they leave. Now they'll grab themselves the shrine. There's still 2.5 until the next Roche, so they can probably just farm things out a little bit and get their next items. I wouldn't mind them just kind of poking a bit, maybe trying to force a buyback here.
Yeah, definitely force the buyback. I guess they already got the buyback out of CCNC.
True. But why not more?
I agree.
Why not more?
I am 100% with you there, Trent.
Nah, that's fine. Just control the mid and the top lane. Let Boxy do his thing with the boots of travel, and wait it out until you see a mistake from Newbie or Roche.
Yeah. It is one of those moments where you don't want to overcommit and then get caught out by a buyback and then suddenly you lose a fight. But it feels like right now Alliance are just very much in control of the game as far as BKB on the Morphling now. It needs like absolute perfection to work, and Newbie are going to try and find somebody as they farm up. And this is a pretty good time. Alliance are fairly split.
They had a ward too that saw Mickey here, but he has the Lincoln Sphere, so this pop is difficult. There
Get
you
the
go.
lift. There's the pop. There's the duel trying to get it. Terrorize out, and they're away immediately. Oh,
dueled,
man,
though.
they got him before the freaking wave or the switch over as well. Now in some more trouble. Rubik going to get ran down here, and Newbie just need to get the heck out. The tip again coming. Taiga making the play on this Terrorize, and Mickey, beyond godlike, has not died this game. Only died 3 times last game. And Boxy ready to make a celebration run into the fountain, it looks like. He eventually backs out, but Alliance taking down buildings. This man, he's done it.
Yeah, they're feeling a little more aggressive this game, right on the high ground. I don't think they plan on leaving. They can head back for the Aegis if they would like. They can also just start poking towards that bottom lane. They can blink in and try and go for kills. I guess the Hand of God is there, so that's a little bit scary.
And again, that was like the perfect initiation from newbee. The exception that they didn't get the BKB off from the Alk, and Lesh hadn't had his BKB completed at that point.
They got him on the ward.
Looking for that opening. Stampede, chase, you are. Gotta run, gotta hide. BKB, it's not used as of yet. The Hand of God is there, but you are already down to about half HP. Can they get away? Looks like they will. The mass tips. It's feeling better after a frustrating, I'm sure, game number one.
Yeah, Pilot just got saved by MSS there. Had to blink out and give him the telekinesis on the morph leg. Oh, CCNC.
I mean, he knows what he's doing right now, right? Like,
yeah.
Just keep the lanes pushed by any means necessary.
Boxy's got to just be like, I'm buying the Yules. I'm tired of this. Everyone just split pushing around me. All right, he's buying an Atos. I knew it would be something.
Right.
Shifted his quick buy. He's like, I don't need Shivas. I'm not dying.
It's true. Still one more lane left for Alliance to clean up here. And it looks like they're waiting for that Roche. Relatively middle of the road spawn time. They are close to getting CCNC's BKB. And the way that these fights have gone, so much has been done by the Dark Willow that you kind of have to wonder, like, with the Pulse Nova damage now, all that stuff, if he gets the BKB, is that going to be enough to turn it for newbee?
For all that's good in Dota, I hope not.
Okay.
Because if they somehow clawed this game back too, I'm seriously concerned about some heroes and some teams. But Alchemist will be rocking the Abyssal this game. I didn't even notice he had the cleave.
Oh, yeah.
He's Battle Furying it up.
Interesting, not taking the concoction damage.
I mean, it is a lot worse than it used to be. It used to be so good when it added to the minimum. That was super bad. Look at that cleave. Yeah, push those waves. Game is saved.
I think we did see somebody else do this the other day, too. I don't quite remember, though.
I don't think I got to cast it.
No, we definitely didn't.
No, okay.
We only had, I think this is like our second out game so far or something.
Yeah, I can't even recall one.
Now, the AC on the Alk is super value, particularly because you've got this dataless Tiny with the Aghanims that's very hard to deal with. So all the armor that you're getting on newbee,
I want to see Morphling turn into this Tiny, because I've never seen it doubled. And that sounds amazing.
Do you run out of
problem
trees?
Is, yeah, I was going to say, you have to be far enough away from each other that there are enough trees.
God, everything for the Alk. Actually, no, Chen picked that one.
All right, they were 10 seconds away from Roche, and they might find a fight here. All right, no, we aren't going to try and turn it.
CCNC saving the BKB.
Oh, he's just going out there.
They're really going in. Mickey, he's in the Dark Willow mode. Almost has 25. You are queuing it up, jump forward. Stun, chase, have the BKB still if they want to use it. You are still waiting to pop it. Hasn't done it as of yet. On the other side, they've got the lift up, but he's already into the strength form. Pump faking that Terrorize, not using it as of yet.
Well, he's definitely going to win this fight.
Be already in a decent position. They didn't pop BKBs. So still have it, particularly on CCNC, it's very important.
Boxy just building up his stacks.
Took the reactive armor stacks instead of the spell amp.
Yeah.
What did he steal?
Timber Chain.
Okay. Yeah, and Roche is back up now.
That was truly like the one chance. Maybe if you win that fight as newbee, then you get the Aegis and the cheese. But they would have bought back on Alliance. They need to win that fight, and that's so unlikely without your BKBs at that point. That's why this game is just so difficult for newbee to ever try and come back into. And Alliance, again, they're a classic super safe team. But this is one of those games where your lead is just so ridiculous that hopefully that doesn't punish you.
Right. CCNC out front and center. They ping that Roche is going on, but they can't really come and contest it. So Aegis there for Mickey. The game very hard to take at this point. They're going to hold on to their high ground for a moment. This is within vision of Yawar at least. Pylai is nearby though, and they might not know that he's there. Pi takes out the wards, the stun being queued up right now by Mickey. They throw it over to the side, Yule Scepter, keeping alive that Lesh for the moment, but controlled. They got him under fire, they got him caught, they got him killed. That's the Aegis down. Boxy tries to run away, but they can't leave their Morphling here to get taken out again, so they are gonna posture forward, good blink back, newbee. Again, another fight, very hard to take this one. Pylai is in some trouble and taking the tree toss damage, pops the mech, tries to live, but will not be able to.
Yeah, Mickey held his BKB on that first death too, so They're just playing it kind of safe. Loses the Aegis, sure, but probably could have like BKB to maybe press a little bit forward, but then worried about a potential respawn and the chain stunned, I'm sure. They have the vision. They might be saying like, guys, we gotta find something, but Boxy sniffs it out.
Snake King trying to run away. Gets the blink away, but the Yule Scepter, they caught him. MSS, Timber Chain, live in, Yuar, throws out the stun, finds on to Mickey yet again, trying to live. His own BKB is available as well. Now the turnaround, Taiga. They have the Yule Scepter actually to dodge the Terrorize. Very well played. CCNC had already used his BKB though, and now is dead. No buyback, and that could finally be the turn that they need. Press the attack, Snake King trying to run. Highlight that Hand of God, heals him back up, but the chase forward coming from Boxy, and now they got their sights set on Yuar. No more BKB. Can they kill this guy down? I think the answer is yes. He does have the buyback, and also CCNC buyback. So newbee, hold on. They stampede in aggressively. Boxy is in the middle of all of them. CCNC again just getting chunked down. Yule Scepter, he has BKB when he comes back around, but didn't get it off.
Ding, ding, ding. Call it. And let her go.
It looks like this is going to be, at the very least, Mega Creeps, but much more likely the end of the game. The chase forward, the follow-up, Mickey runs into the midst of all of them, building up retaliate stacks, getting ready to pop it, and check out this dude's damage in a second as they blow them all up. Alliance finding retribution in this game number 2 and putting the series tied at 1 apiece.
Mickey's happy with the pings. This was a really clever draft from the get-go. Setting things up there with the Centaur War Runner and the Dark Willow.